Hi Capricorn, this is Eileen with your April 2019 Psychic Tarot card reading. And we're starting the month of April with the Five of Wands card. And the Five of Wands, now the Wands do typically relate to the fire signs, such as Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. They relate to the area of work and action and progress. And so the Five of Wands, some of you may have disagreements or competition where you're working. For others, this could be even within the family or friends and acquaintances disagreeing over things. It's petty disagreements. The advice of this card is to try to avoid it and don't get pulled in too much. If you must deal with any kind of disagreements, arguments, whatever, just say whatever you must and try to disconnect and go about your business. This is just a passing thing and doesn't need to be anything that just goes on, especially if you tend to kind of disconnect from the situation. Now, this is a general reading. And so some of these cards will relate to some people while other cards will relate to others. And I'm tuning in on a psychic level as well as reading the meanings of the cards. So, but it feels like it's just some kind of aggravations. And for some of you, it might be something that carries over from March that was already going on. That's what I'm feeling like for some of you. And again, I'm feeling this is not just work related for some people. I'm getting different scenarios for different people. I feel like for some, maybe one person or a few people, it's got to do with some kind of family disagreements or family friendship kind of disagreements that have been going on. Yeah, just maybe trying to defend your position, defend your opinions or your choices or whatever, and other people wanting you to do something different or getting mad because you didn't do what they wanted you to do. I'm getting that for some people. Whatever it is, just try to step outside of the situation, look at it objectively, deal with it the best you can, and move on, because it's just an aggravation. You don't need that ruining your day. Okay, next card we have is the Nine of Swords. So the Nine of Swords, this is about laying awake worrying about things. So some of you may be worrying in April. It could be about money and finances. It could be, for some of you, with this Five of Wands and having the Nine of Swords alongside of it, it could be you're so stressed out about some disagreements or disharmony of some kind going on in your life that you're having trouble sleeping. It's upsetting you. I'm feeling like someone or maybe a number of you are feeling like you're being ganged up on, like you might have a few people or several people that seem to be wanting to blame you for something or wanting to hold you responsible for some whatever, like you should have done more of this or you should have done that or not done this. I'm getting that for somebody or maybe a few of you, okay? Because I am getting different scenarios for different people. And I'm feeling like you're feeling really sensitive, like whatever is going on or has happened, you weren't in any way intending to harm anybody or cause any problem or whatever. You were just going along doing, whether it's a work situation or something personal in your personal life, you're just going along doing your best. And all of a sudden, it's like I'm getting people wanting to blame you for things. Or like I'm expecting more, like somebody wanted more from you. Whatever it was you did, whether it was something at work, something in your personal life, you could have done more. You could have done better, or you didn't have to do it that way. That's what I'm getting. So some of you are just having people being harsh and hard on you. And I feel like that's just their temperaments. That's what I'm getting here. I don't even feel like it's a true reflection of anything you did so bad. I just don't get that at all. I feel like maybe you didn't notice something or weren't aware that somebody wanted you to do something or whatever it was. And then all of a sudden they're making a huge deal out of it, like you inconvenienced them somehow or caused them trouble or whatever. So that might be more like one person in particular, a few people I'm tuning in for because, like I said, it is a general reading. So a lot of these cards may not even apply to a number of people. So certain cards will apply, certain won't. But if I'm doing a private reading, then I'm just focusing on that person's circumstances. So, I mean, the message is, look, the swords are not poking her, okay? This is worry, 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 and upsetting yourself in addition to whatever other people are doing to upset you. So you're better off, once again, just trying to feel peaceful, disconnect from the situation, look at it objectively. Really, you got to take back your power here. You got to, don't feel vulnerable. Don't feel guilty, vulnerable, or anything like that, or like you're in a bad position here. Try to feel confident and calm and just stand up for yourself. And just because I don't feel like you did anything so bad, whoever this is for, okay? And some of you, it might be money worries and stuff like that, but just be objective, feel confident, take back your power here. That's my feeling about these messages here on these cards. Okay, then the next card we have is the Knight of Wands. And the Wands, again, you've got quite a few wands, as a matter of fact, in this reading this month. So it must be a lot of action going on, maybe work-related, business-related action going on for a number of you. Knight of Wands, talking about possibly some good news relating to your work or to business or money for some of you. Some of you might be finding out you're getting a new job you were applying for, or that the management was looking at you and feeling very favorable towards you, and somehow they want to reward you, whether it's a raise or a promotion or some extra responsibilities to let you know they have confidence in you or something like that. I'm getting that for different people that could be going on in April. And some of you might be self-employed and just feeling confident and feeling better, like you're making progress. Now, also the Knight of Wands can relate to travel. Some of you might be taking trips, maybe a small trip or a bigger trip. Let's see what else I'm getting. I do feel like some of you are really going to feel good about making progress in your work, whether you're self-employed or you're working for a company or something. I'm just feeling some of you are going to be feeling confident and having a positive attitude and moving forward and knowing that things have been going well for you, that maybe earlier on you weren't doing as well, but now you're doing better and you're feeling more confident, and you're keeping it steady. You're just moving forward and continuing your work. I mean, Capricorns, being one of the earth signs, they like to just be sure and steady and lay a solid foundation for themselves. They don't have to leap ahead real fast or any of that sort of thing. They like to lay their groundwork and know that they're building something good. And that's what I'm getting for a number of you, that you might just be feeling in April, like that's what you're doing. You know, you may not be where you want to be yet, but you know you're making progress. You can see your way clear. You're looking out ahead. You're making plans. You're sticking more or less to your plan for your goals and your life. And I always advise everybody, if you're not in this kind of position where you're feeling confident, like, yes, I am making progress, and I know I can see ahead that I'm going to continue making progress, and I feel good about it, but I know there's more work to do. But I'm fine. I've got plenty of energy, and I'm focused, and I'm moving forward. If you're not feeling that way, I always advise people to learn about the laws of attraction, because the more you're feeling like you're in that groove, the more the universe will be able to open those doors and bring those conditions to you. So it would be good to start feeling like you're making that progress, even if you're not seeing it right now. You got to feel it to see it. When you start feeling like you're more successful and prosperous and things are going well, things are going in your favor now, and have that intention to create what you want for yourself, the more you get into that way of thinking every day, the more the challenges will fall to the wayside, because the universe will be able to open more doors for you. But I get a lot of positive energy from that card. Okay, next card we have is the Page of Cups. And the cups do relate to the water signs of Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, Page of Cups. There might be some good news with regard to, oh, romantic whatevers or feelings or love. So some of you might be receiving an invitation, maybe even for a bridal shower or a wedding or something else having to do with just enjoyment and love and feelings and that sort of thing. So others of you, let me see. Some of you might be finding out about somebody getting pregnant. Even some of you, one of you might even be finding out you're pregnant. But someone might be finding out or going to celebrate a birth or something like that. Because I feel something about a baby, somebody pregnant here. And I feel like that's more than one person too. Some kind of good news having to do with somebody having a baby. Okay, let me see. Now, also, for some of you, this page could represent someone new in your life. However, the pages typically in the age bracket, they're about maybe in their 20s. So I'd say if you're in your 20s and single and you'd like to meet someone, you might meet someone and they might be of a water sign. They might be a Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, or they might have a lot of that in their chart. I feel like they would just be trying to be friends with you to start with. That's the feeling I get. It's like it's a nice person. They could be male or female too. So you might meet them maybe in your workplace, or if you go to school, or possibly wherever you socialize with your friends, your neighborhood. I don't feel like this person would come on aggressively. They feel like they would be easygoing and pleasant and maybe even a little shy. Wanting to get acquainted with you. They wouldn't be overly confident. They might be building up their confidence to chat with you, to talk and try to get acquainted. So they'd kind of take things one step at a time because they're attracted to you. They're assuming you might have a lot more going on in your life that's better than them. But this is a nice person. So if nothing else, they would make a nice friend also. The next card we have is the Emperor card, and this is a major arcana destiny card. This is a really strong card, too. This is about success and prosperity and being decisive and being in somewhat of a position of authority in your life. I mean, for some of you, you might just be embodying the traits of the Emperor in the month of April. You might be feeling really strong and confident. You're doing well. You've been working hard for a good while. You've been making money. Maybe you're saving money. You're building your foundation. I'm feeling like building a house. I don't know if someone's built a house or they're building a house or purchasing a home. I'm getting something like that. Somebody with their home, having a nice home. Or maybe you're aware that you live in a nice home and you're enjoying your home. I'm getting that, just different scenarios here. But I am getting that a number of you Capricorns will be embodying the traits of the Emperor. And the Emperor is all about being successful, being in a position of making good decisions, being very clear-minded, very good and very decisive, take charge, just getting things done, moving forward, looking at the big picture. And feeling good about where you've gotten to in your life, how you're doing, feeling good about your prosperity, your home, your life that you're living. I'm feeling all of a sudden when I said that there's someone I tuned into who's feeling good about themselves financially, their work, their career, whatever, their business. And this, some of you could be self-employed or some could be working for others. But I felt like there's someone who is embodying these traits of the Emperor, but feeling like you've had some disappointments in your love life. It's like you've been okay in that area, but there's a little disappointment. Kind of like you want more. You want more. That's what I'm getting. But you could have somebody else if you're not happy, and you want to meet someone else. I feel like you could, whoever that is, whoever this is for. Now, also, this Emperor figure, this could be someone who's in some of your lives in April. This person, if this could be for some of you, it might be someone like a manager or an owner of a place where you work. It could be someone else in a position of authority that could benefit you. That's what I'm getting. You could be benefited by this person. If you're not the one embracing the traits of the emperor, you could be benefiting from someone, this emperor figure, in April. Because I do feel like this would be someone who's in a position of authority. A lot of times they're successful, and they, like if you're applying for a job, this might be someone who actually offers you that job you're applying for. Or if you want a promotion or a transfer and you have to get the okay through this person. Because I feel like if they feel like someone is doing good quality work, or they're dealing with someone that they can rely on, who's honest and does good quality work, this person's on board with helping them. That's what I'm getting. Yeah, so overall, really good energy from this card. However, this Emperor figure may show up in your life in April. And again, this is a general reading, so it may not apply to everyone, but I get really good energy overall here. I would say this is another reminder to practice the law of attraction so that you can be embodying the traits and feelings of the Emperor if you're not presently doing so. That way you can put that energy to work for you in April. Next card we have is an Eight of Wands. This is another wand card. Yeah, you've got, I think it was it six? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wands out of 10 cards. So that makes me feel like there must be a lot of work-related action and progress going on for Capricorns in April. Things are moving, things are happening. The Eight of Wands is talking about if things have been held up or stagnant, you've been waiting and waiting on something and kind of just being in a holding pattern. In April, things might just take off. So you need to be ready for quick action all of a sudden. And it just might come on out of the blue. I mean, maybe some of you might be looking for a place to live. You know, you might be looking for a place to rent or to buy and feeling like, oh, wow, you know, how long is this going to take to find a place? And then all of a sudden the right place comes along and you got to move really quick and go after it before somebody else gets it. Or some of you might be, maybe you applied for a job that would require you to relocate. And, you know, you didn't even know if it was going to come through for you. Everything was real quiet. And then all of a sudden you find out you have the job. I'm feeling somebody might be transferring with their company, actually. Maybe even somebody getting a promotion that would take you to a different area, even if it's just across the city or something. I'm not sure. I'm getting a promotion for somebody, and that it might take them, or you might be in your car a lot more, that kind of thing. But you could be switching buildings or locations where you've been working. That sounds specific for one person. A number of you, though, that you might be in the process of applying for a job, or possibly some kind of a promotion or that sort of thing. But I'm getting even new employment for some of you that have been applying for jobs, that all of a sudden it's like you're getting the yes answer. And you got to just be ready to start, or ready if you're moving or relocating, ready to go. So it's good to already be in that frame of mind to anticipate action, progress, movement, like things are going to be coming through for you, that you're on your way, to have that intention. Because again, if you are waiting on something like that, when you have the intention that that's what you're going to be doing, it does help the universe to open those doors. And again, you've got the energy for it. You've got the energy for things to be pushed forward if things have slowed down and been at a standstill, or just kind of moving along too slowly for you. So yeah, you've got some really good looking cards in here for April. Next card we have is the Three of Wands. Three of Wands, talking about you've been making progress. And now you're looking out over the horizon, making your choices for which path to take, which direction to go in now. But you're making progress. You're laying your groundwork. And you're calm and feeling like, okay, yeah, I know I've done this and this and this, and now I'm looking out ahead to make sure I'm going in the direction I want to go in. Yeah, I almost want to reverse, I almost want to switch places. It's like you're waiting and looking out over the horizon to see what direction you're going in and make your decision. But I'm almost tempted to think that for some of you, you might be in a calm frame of mind, looking and waiting and examining things. And then all of a sudden, the Eight of Wands with all the action and movement quickly might come upon you. I'm a little suspicious. Some of you might get these two cards might be in opposite places for some of you, but they're alongside of each other anyway. So next, another wand, Queen of Wands card. So with the Queen of Wands is someone, excuse me, this would be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. And some of you in the month of April may be embodying the traits of the Queen of Wands. The Queen of Wands is someone who's worked hard to get where she is, and she's a hard worker. She just keeps working, you know, no matter where she is or what she's doing or how much time is going by. She doesn't stop and just say, oh, that's it, I've done all my work. She just keeps working. Excuse me, I've got to get a drink of my water if I can reach it over here. Okay. And the Queen of Wands is, now she can be kind of impatient with other people if she feels like other people aren't keeping up or aren't doing their share of the work or that sort of thing. But she's not someone who holds grudges or any of that. She's quick-tempered, impatient, you know, likes to get things done, just move along, get things done. So some of you might be embracing the traits and feelings of the Queen of Wands in April because you're working hard, things are moving more, you have a lot of wands in your reading this month talking about action and movement. So some of you Capricorns could just be feeling like, okay, let's get things done here, you know. And maybe you're feeling impatient if other people are like taking a day off or not showing up for something or whatever. And this could be in your work and business. It could also be at home. You could be go work all day and go home and at nighttime feel like you're doing everybody's just leaving all the work for you to do and they're not taking responsibility. So you might be feeling kind of impatient and aggravated with them. And of course, you're used to just working, whether it's in the daytime at your job or at night at home. It's like that's just part of life. But it's like you might just be looking at other people in your household and thinking they need to do a little more around here. So that could be the case for some of you. Now, also, for others of you, this Queen of Wands can be a person who's in your life in April. And she can be beneficial to you, like the Emperor can also be beneficial. If this is someone like a manager or owner where you work, this is not somebody, like I said, they can be generous. They can be very fair-minded. They're not miserly or bitter or judgmental of people. Like I said, they might get quick-tempered and aggravated or whatever if they feel like people are not doing their share. But if they see people who are working and doing good quality work, if this is your manager or the person that owns the business where you work, you might benefit in the way of a promotion or more responsibility, a raise, that type of thing. Also, if there's some situation where you're applying for something, whether it be maybe a place to rent or buy or whatever, if this person is in a position of authority, they could help you. But everything has to add up right too. They don't just give things away either. But they, you know, they can be generous and be very fair-minded. I'll put it that way. I feel like I'm getting something on the romantic level for some of you with this Queen of Wands. Some of you who are feeling in the position of the Queen of Wands in April, you might be feeling good in what you're accomplishing and your work and income and all that, but be feeling like you want more love in your life. Like maybe you're missing out. You don't quite have the right person for you yet. You might have different people that have been around you, but you're not, you want to be in love and you're not. You're kind of disappointed. I'm tuning in. I don't know. That might be one person I'm tuning in for. And then for some, it could be this is even somebody around one of you Capricorns who's feeling that way and looking at you and wondering, you know, kind of connecting with you somehow. But I am feeling like some of you might be having that kind of a sense about your own life too. Okay, next card we have is the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands is about defending your position. I mean, over here we had the Five of Wands, arguing and whatever, which could be work-related, again, because it's a wand card, and that usually relates to work and progress, action, that kind of thing. So for some of you, by the end of April, you may have people wanting to challenge you about whatever. It could be at work. I'm getting, okay, this is what I'm getting here for some of you. And again, it's a general reading, so all these cards don't apply to everybody. But what I'm tuning in for a few of you, or several, or whoever, that you can be kind of stubborn. And I think, anyway, the earth signs can be a little stubborn anyway. You know, they have their way of thinking and doing things, and they can be stubborn anyway. So people are, so you've been really sticking to your beliefs, and as far as how things should be done, or what's right and what's wrong, or whatever. And you've got people around you who want to challenge you and want you to do things their way or think their way, whatever it is. And you're just saying no. You're just not going for it. And you're in a strong position. See, he's standing there. He's not really afraid or anything. You're in a strong position. You're calm. It's like, I know what's right and wrong. I know how to do things the right way. You know, I'm not going to have other people telling me I need to do it this way or that way. I'm feeling like some of these people that might be giving you trouble, they know they're in a weak position dealing with you. You're in the stronger position here. It's like, it's almost like they know they're not like you. And there's some kind of jealousy there is what I'm getting. They feel kind of inferior to you is what I'm getting here. So, so maybe they feel, maybe if it is more than one, there's a few people bothering you in one way or another. I just feel like they know they're not in a strong position. They know they can't get you to do what they want you to do. They would like to, and they're aggravated about it just because it's more because they're frustrated that they don't feel like they're in a stronger position. They look at you like you're in a much stronger position than they are. So this could be specific for a handful of people or a few people, I'm not sure. But you're just standing firm. You're confident and strong, and you're not going to let any of that bother you too much. It's an aggravation, more like an aggravation, like, you know, just pestering you. Okay, last card we have is the Ace of Swords. And this is a good card anyway, coming alongside the Seven of Wands, because the swords, they do relate to the air signs of Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. But the Ace of Swords means you're going to have really good mental clarity in April. You're going to be able to cut through the fog and see through things to see what things are really about. Never mind what people say they are. You're going to have very good judgment and very good clarity yourself. And for those of you, this Emperor card here also adds to that strength, that clarity, that decisiveness. So you're going to be able to make good, solid choices with just a keen, sharp mind. You're going to have that kind of, I get so much strength. I get a lot of good, strong energy from this card. So for those of you, I'm feeling like some of you have gotten kind of, what should I say? I don't know, discouraged, aggravated by some other people giving you a bad time about something. It's almost like this might be one person I'm tuning in for. Somebody's acting like they're the victim, poor little me. You know, you didn't treat me right, or you could have done more for me and you didn't. That's what I'm getting for somebody. And maybe you almost fell for it a little bit. You know, and I'm feeling with this Ace of Swords card, that gives you all the more clarity to look at anyone who's doing that and playing those little manipulation games with you and say, no, I'm doing things the way I know are right. And you can feel sorry for yourself and act like I'm a bad guy all you want, but I'm doing what I know to be right, period. And that's what you're going to have, that kind of intellect in April, by the end of April. And you've got the Emperor to add to it all the more strength and decisiveness. So, yeah, I mean, there's nothing like thinking for yourself, you know, listening to your own inner guidance and being confident and strong when people are trying to sway you and throw you off your course and make you feel like you should be doing something that's more that they're more interested in you doing, you know, something that might benefit them more, and trying to make you feel guilty if you're not, or whatever. So I like the cards you have here for confidence, strength, good clarity, clear thinking, decisiveness. So that's good. Okay, now this deck I've been using, this is the Gilded Tarot by Ciro Marchetti. And now I'm going to pick one card from the Magical Mermaids and Dolphins by Doreen Virtue. Okay, so Mermaids and Dolphins, what's your message for Capricorn for April 2019, Capricorn? And if you like my videos, be sure and subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so yet. And if you already have subscribed, I thank you for your subscriptions. Be checking for your rising and moon signs as they come available also, because you might find, you might only find a few cards in one reading that resonate, but then you might find some other messages in other cards that resonate for you too, and get some additional insights that way. So just be on the lookout for your rising and moon signs as they're coming available. And feel free to leave your comments. I welcome your comments. If anyone would like a private reading, my rates and contact info are listed below. Okay, so Magical Mermaids and Dolphins, what is your message for Capricorn for April 2019? I'm going to give it one more shuffle and fan the cards out. And we'll see what card wants to come out of there. Okay, let's see. Okay, let me fan these out. They're all face down, so I don't see any messages. I'm just looking to see which one is looking at me, wanting to come out. Oh, wow, this is a nice card here. Okay, this one says self-employment. You're a born entrepreneur, and your business is surrounded by magical opportunities. I love that. That's a great card. See, it's a mermaid catching a fish, it looks like. Self-employment. And I think Capricorns are very well suited to self-employment too. To me, that just makes sense anyway. You're a born entrepreneur, and your business is surrounded by magical opportunities. I love that. Magical opportunities. Wonderful. Okay, now I'm going to pick one card from Nature's Whispers by Angela Hartfield, with artwork by Josephine Wall. So what's your message for Capricorn for April 2019, Capricorn? April 2019, Capricorn. What's your message for Capricorn? April 2019. Okay, let's see. Capricorn for April 2019. Okay, I'm going to give it one more shuffle and then fan these out. Okay, what's the message for Capricorn for April 2019? Okay, this one says potential gateway. That's number 50. I've got my lighting's a little, I've got shadows on one side. I don't know if you can see it better here. See a lot of creatures. Might be people in there too. The more you look at these, the more detail you see. Try to get it more in the light. Yeah. Oh, I don't know. Some of it might show up in the dark. Yeah, in the shadows too. Oh, I see two horses on the left there. Yeah, it's different animals and people. Nature, beautiful nature. I love the giant tree. Okay, I'm going to read this one in the booklet. Potential Gateway, number 50. Let me look this one up. Okay, number 50. Number 50, where are you? Here it is. Okay, potential gateway. A new course or route is coming into your awareness. It is time to utilize your knowledge and complete the task at hand. As you finish one aspect of your life, begin thinking about what you would like to do next. This is part of your life's journey. You are constantly shifting and developing. You may feel contentment, fulfillment, and pride because you have accomplished something. There is productivity and reward as a bonus for your efforts. The good fortune you realize is evidence that you are putting sufficient energy into your life's journey to get out of it all you desire. That's a good message. I like that. I feel like it ties in pretty well with this reading, too. I like that. Now, last but not least, I will pick one Archangel Oracle card by Doreen Virtue. So, Archangels. Oh, there was a little flying insect that must have been sitting on the desk, on the deck of cards that got knocked off when I picked up the deck. Archangels, what is your card for your message for Capricorn for April 2019? Capricorn. What is your message for Capricorn for April 2019? What is your message for Capricorn for April 2019? Capricorn, April 2019. Okay, I'm going to give them one more shuffle and then fan them out. Okay, so what's the message for Capricorn for April 2019? Oh, go away. There's a little, I'm sorry, there's a little flying insect that must have gotten in the house, and he's going around here. Okay. All right. This is a good one. I like this. Leadership. I love the colors. This is a beautiful card. Leadership. Archangel Gabriel. It is time for you to assume your leadership power and position and lovingly guide others. That's a great message. You got some good messages here. Leadership. Let me see if we can see it in this lighting too. Archangel Gabriel, it is time for you to assume your leadership power and position and lovingly guide others. Great message to end on. You got some really good cards and good messages in this reading. Okay, Capricorns, well, I hope you're happy with your April reading. And be sure and check for your rising and moon signs as they're coming available. Feel free to leave your comments. I welcome your comments. And if you want to subscribe, you can do that if you haven't done so yet. So you'll be notified when I post new videos. And if anyone would like a private reading, my rates and contact info are listed below. So have a wonderful April, happy spring, and thank you for watching my video.